Just not ready yet.
Flat na di makaban po na tulwa flat. Na di ko lang TV jalen.
What up? What up? What up? What's happening, man? Wow. The elections, the all the information coming out on the Ukraine, more Biden news. Sweden is now inside the UN, which controls which the NATO will have more control of the Black Sea. What are they hiding inside Taiwan? Um, um, lots of people are not being reelected or leaving their posts. Um, threat on blame, threat on blame. Um, Trump's life for like Iranian assassins. Um, in retaliation of Trump killing Soleimani, the timing on that. Where shall I begin, man? Where shall I begin? You know, of everything that's happening at this moment. Okay, let's start with immigration. All right, they've been talking about they've been talking about this um, supposedly supposedly legislation going through Congress about trying to seal the border, which really it isn't about sealing the border. It's about it's about giving these immigrants asylum. Meanwhile, while they're doing that, it comes to find out that there's over 320,000 immigrants was flown in here to the United States to relieve the border. You know, allegedly these people are unchecked. We don't know where they are, and it's the middle of an election. And I remember back in the day when Obama sat there, he said that he wanted to have basically a civilian army. You know, and then I'm sitting there looking at this and all these people coming in, all these killings, them trying to really, um, make a fool out of Texas. Hobbs sit there and veto the arresting of the illegal immigrants that's coming into Arizona. And you're starting to see everybody's true colors, like, their cards are face up. You know, what's up, Kelly? How you doing? And what's really funny was um, last week as I seen, I think it was in Panama. There was a big riot in one of the immigration centers. That's basically, that's funded by the UN. And also, um, these were basically, radicalized immigrants that did over $6 billion worth of damage. That these immigrants are headed up to the United States, you know. So let alone is what with these past caravans, what they call them, or what this shit. Yep. So if they're in Panama right now, so they should be here in time for the summertime. Look, yo, let's go. Let's sit there and let's be honest. Okay, expect a lot of red flags, lot of false flags happening. There's going to be shootings. There might be terrorism. There might be a whole bunch of stuff: bombing, shootings, raping, all that stuff. Or what they say in Superman 3, Richard Pryor, there's robbers and rapists who rape robbers and bombers, all this stuff. So everybody got to sit there and be vigilant. Meanwhile, we have our government trying to get rid of our Second Amendment rights, as well as our First Amendment rights and all that. Then calling people that believe in Jesus Christ or Christian or Christian nationalists or we're the worst. When in all essence we have no issue or have no desire to sit there, kill or create riots, burn down our own neighborhoods or anything. But the way the narrative is that we're supposed to be the enemy and all that stuff like that. So get a load of that. And as the rhyme gets rougher as the rhyme goes on, okay, that now we come to find out that they have underground CIA bases, like 13 of them, you know what I'm saying, to be actual. That's along the border of Ukraine and Russia. Okay? Oh yeah, they're going to come for us, man. I know that too. I'm the first one on their list, Kelly. So let alone is we have these CI bases on the border of Ukraine and Russia. Okay, so now that gives us an idea of where all this money and plus the $60 billion that they want to give to Ukraine just to sit there and fund the CIA and their intelligence bullshit that they want to do with what they want to get into Russia. It was very funny about it during a Tucker Carlson interview to it about talking about the CIA. Let alone a week and a half later, we found out that we have CIA bases. So now everybody, you know where your money's going. I mean, it's time to sit there and wake up, man. All right. We have, um, what was it? I'll say, our emissary to Ukraine. I forgot her name at the moment. She's resigning because she knows she's asked out. She's the one that sat there and said that they're the biolabs, which if you sit there and you look back on my Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Actually, the same night as it came out, I sat there and I said biolabs and look, proof biolabs. How did I know that? You know, they sit there, they talk about the QAnons and all that stuff like that. But what's very, very funny is that why is all this sitting there playing out? More it's a psyop. Yeah, this whole thing is a psyop. It's just which psyop are you on board with? You see, really, I'm not on board with any of them because everything's a double meaning. But at the same time, only side I'm on is God's side. Then we have Israel and Palestine. All right, I'm just going to sit there and take the side of this, man. I just don't want no more dying on both sides. Both sides are in the wrong, and I stand on that. Because how can you sit there being a Muslim inside the Quran it says, I am accountable for my brother. Also, it says in the Quran that believe as you believe as I do I. And those were three key verses. Another verse that was in it was Surah 61 that sat there and said that all Christians, Sabians, all Jews, Christians, Sabians, and all who practice righteousness shall have a reward for their God, nor that all who practice righteousness shall have a reward from their God, nor shall they grieve. Right? So, let alone is we sit there, we really have extremists on every side Christian extremists, Jewish extremists, Muslim extremists. And I know a lot of all three, and I have no problems with them. A lot of Muslims don't even agree with it. But let alone is, can't this be like a planning that's inside the United States to destroy the United States from the inside out? While we're sitting there talking and getting all these major trends about the stars and all that stuff, instead of really, really focusing on what's important. Everybody's saying that that orange man bad and all this stuff like that. But let alone that this man is sitting there getting persecuted, and also who in the hell ever heard of a fine that's over 380, over 300 now, over 500 million dollars, going on $1 billion just for a blame judgment? Which that sits there, right? The violation of the Eighth Amendment. Now, but people ain't doing their research. They're sitting there looking and they la di da di da. Look at the blame. Look at the blame light, the only light you see in all the darkness, and that's the one that's going to sit there and eat you. Look, man, I'm just going to be honest with you. Leviticus. In all generalization, man, this is a whole bunch of elites. All right, whole bunch of elites. All around the world, they're going through the same thing. We got to sit there and stay fast and believe in God. You know, and that's what it is. It has to be this way. You know, because all this that's happening and all these bad times, and not just for the people that's already awake and already know what's going on. This right here is for the dummies. Better late than never, but it sucks that we have to go through all this. Everybody wants everybody getting it, wants everybody Biden. They want them to get nailed and all that stuff like that. But think about this as a drug game. Think about this as like a mom game. You have to keep on letting them sell drugs until you have an airtight case to sit there and nail them. And that's exactly what's happening. They're just still going to sell their drugs, thinking that they're going to get far and lie and say that they're not doing it. You know, instead of all y'all being all micro-minded, man, you got to be more macro-minded, man. Look at the whole picture. Don't look at just what you want to look at, because you know what? There's a plethora of shit happening at the same time. It's all pieces inside of this big puzzle, this big chess game. It's not about playing the chess game. It's not about the chess game, but it's just the moves they're making, and the moves they're making and the timing that this stuff is happening. We're in for a rude awakening, America. We're really in for a rude awakening. And then if it really comes down to the deep state, they want to do an assassination on Trump and stuff like that. He goes, "What do you think would be more dangerous to kill Trump than actually to have him alive?" You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know how this would polarize culture into like a like a united front? Is this what they want? Because it's really a dumb move if they do try. Because well, I ain't want to sit there and blame Iran or blame Iraq or anything like that. That's just an alibi. That's just an alibi or propaganda. This will be all done by the CIA. You know, if everything is going to the CIA, Brenner, and the one who's actually pulling the strings is Obama. Let's just call it what it is. All right. Biden ain't going to debate Trump. All right. Michelle Obama is going to be up there. You know, and even though Kamala Harris will probably be the acting president, Michelle Obama is the one that's going to be really running shit. Let's just call it what it is, man. But I haven't been really online lately. I'm just just chilling, just getting things up and moving. But it's just some things to think about. Oh yeah, don't forget about the pedo rings, P Diddy, the Black Epstein. That's coming out. What's happening in Hollywood turning on each other, and all that stuff like that. Pretty soon I'm going to go into some very deep detail on all these subjects. But right now, man, I've just been chilling out, maxing, relaxing, and just watching. But y'all be cool like that, and subscribe, not just here on YouTube, also on Twitter, and also pretty soon I'll start uploading to Rumble with a new station. Then I got some with a new channel, and also have some surprises. A lot of new stuff I'm sitting there working on. I've been doing a lot of computer animation and stuff like that. But anyways, I gotta get it moving, go to work. Y'all be good. Y'all stay blessed, stay prayed up, man, and don't believe the hype. And you know what? I haven't said for a while. Fuck you, Zuckerberg, on the 4-wheel, man. I'll tell you what. I'll check you out, and I am out.
Flat night in my car, man.